All right, locker room. I we all just watched that game and we saw how it played out. I don't know where I am right now with me. You know what I mean? I'm. It's a hard thing to ever say I'm upset because I believed, or I'm upset because I fell for something that gave me hope. You see the dilemma? Like, damn. Let me try to pull out, as Cameron Mates would say. I guess I should say pause there. The game tonight. You guys, I'm sure everybody saw it. Cowboys lost that game 44-30. And that was interesting because I thought the Cowboys put up 30 points, and on the road, remember we talked about the struggles they have on the road, but putting up 30 points is pretty good. But Detroit put up 44. Made a huge difference when they put up 44. Because the Cowboys couldn't keep up with that offense without having a CeeDee Lamb. And I think that's where we start this conversation. It's not about the score being 44-30. Honestly, this conversation tomorrow will be about a lot of things. Like the Cowboys put themselves in this bind by waiting so long to at least show up. And now they've shown up on offense in some games, and in some games show up on defense. And then in some games, they show up on both at different times. But the bind the Cowboys had put themselves in meant they had to show up all the time from here on out. And though CeeDee Lamb had over 100 yards and was having a hell of a game, he didn't show up the second half because of a concussion. A lot of that Cowboys offense with CeeDee Lamb didn't show up the first half because of Detroit. And that offensive line, who gave up 5 sacks, didn't show up like they needed to. And the offense in a whole, who gave up 3 turnovers, didn't show up like they needed to. So this is exactly what I was worried about. When they were playing teams like the Philadelphia Eagles, teams like the Kansas City Chiefs, they felt a certain need, an urgency to rise up and be their best them. And then they come into a place where Detroit was banged up, and they did not show up as their best them. And ever, in any case that you hope you'll have a champion, the champion's got to show up. And I don't mind you're not showing up your best. I need you always showing up with your best effort. Some days shit are just shit, and it ain't going right. And you may not win, and it may not work out. But the one thing that you must control is how hard you play all the time. And I don't think the Cowboys controlled that tonight. Detroit was in panic mode. The Cowboys were in pat on the back mode. Everybody has been patting them on the back. Good job, y'all doing it, we doing it. I'm included and I'm guilty. While Detroit was in, oh shit, life on the line, do or die, we have to do it right now. And you saw the difference in that game. It wasn't about skill. It was about perspective. And Detroit's perspective was death before defeat. Because if we have defeat, it is death. Cowboys didn't read it that way. That's why they're tasting defeat. And one thing Jimmy would always do, like when we got on a roll like that, Jimmy became harder. I didn't want to bring it up, but I should have. And I wondered if Shotty could see this, and does he do that? I know everything feels good. You had just beat the current champs and you're beating the perennial champs. And everybody feel like we got it. But that's when you have to put your foot down. Just take care of all the small mistakes. And I'm not opposed to this. I'm a little disappointed with what I saw. Because I believe the Cowboys could have beat that team. If they had CeeDee Lamb, yeah. But even without CeeDee Lamb, CeeDee Lamb got hurt going for a pass. It would have been a hell of a grab. Reached out, throw one hand to pull it back in, try to grab it back to center mass, and then close up, ball fell through. And then he hit the ground and hit his head. And I knew when he hit his head, because it was in that frozen mode. I said, oh, God. I was worried we had lost George Pickens earlier on the play. Remember that play he called and he jumped up, and the guy hit him. The guy knocked himself out, but George Pickens landed on that shoulder, and he was walking off shaking. I was like, damn, Detroit is always like this. It's so hard to play. I would say if I rank, like New Orleans was first and Detroit was right there too. The hardest places to play because those people in that dome just be so crazy. Your bone be moving, your bones in your body literally be rattling while you're trying to hear the call. So I knew this was going to be a tough game. And I worried about the toughness of the Dallas Cowboys, and they couldn't match it. They could not match it. What do I point at here? Each game, we must point towards something so we can work towards something. Defense is one place, but like Detroit was determined no matter what. And then when Dallas scored, they still came back and scored. Detroit was determined. But I needed the offense to match it. I don't blame defense totally because the defense has always been the weak link. Anything they gave me above what I saw the first few weeks of the season was victory. And they gave me something today way above the first few weeks of the season. So it was victory for me. But this damn offense, again, came up short. Everybody talk about Flournoy and all the plays he made. And he had over 100 yards, and that was his breakout game without CeeDee Lamb. And it was interesting because this I say to you. There's a lot of growth still left there. I love what George Pickens has done. And everybody's humming, hoeing, and singing. But there's a lot of growth left there. And I hope George takes this the right way. You guys know, Alfredo Roberts is my best friend, one of my best friends. Grew up with him. He's tight end coach for Pittsburgh. And he's always sung the praise of a George Pickens. Like Coach Tomlin always sung the praise and the praises of a George Pickens. But they always said, and he would always tell me, I said, why is this guy not tearing it up for you guys? And they would say he has to be a complete receiver, Michael. We want him to be a complete receiver. I said, what do you mean? When we hear that, we think a complete receiver. Not just go for the deep ball, not just make the spectacular plays, but make the regular, everyday play. Be able to be Clark Kent, not always having to be Superman. And I saw something today. In the midst of all of this battling between who's number one, CeeDee Lamb, who's number one, George Pickens, don't let George Pickens go. Trade CeeDee Lamb. I'm hearing a lot of this. George, who is a phenomenal talent, has to understand the responsibility of being a number one receiver is not talent based. It's always effort based. You see, you can't determine the number one receiver on any NFL team just by the number of receptions he catches and the number of yards he gets or the number of touchdowns he scores. The number one receiver is determined by the effort he gives daily, playly, not when he wants to. It must be daily. It must be played. Every play, every day, you have to give maximum effort. I can't outrun anybody. I'm not stronger than everybody. But the one thing I can control, and I can control being faster than everybody. I can't control being stronger than everybody. But I damn well can control giving more effort than any fucking body. Than any fucking body. And when I watch football tonight, and I see such a great talent. And God knows I'm so thankful we got him, and I'm blessed we have him. And he is a phenomenal talent. And I hope it doesn't destroy our relationship. But I have to say, George, I need you to give maximum fucking effort on every fucking route. Tonight was the night we needed you. Especially when CeeDee Lamb gave a maximum fucking effort to catch that pass to where he knocked him on his own self out. He knocked himself out, giving a maximum effort. Later on, there's a play where I knew, and I had talked about this earlier, so whenever we're getting to the place now where whenever Dak Prescott sees a one-on-one coverage backside, he's going to throw that to George Pickens. Troy Aikman, so I'm talking about that today. That's what we had. Now, in order to have that has to come with knowing one thing is going to be what they call axiomatic. One thing must be axiomatic. Self of it. No matter what happens, it will be reality. We need that dude to give maximum effort. Troy knew I would because of the work I had put in. And there was a time without CD and Dak was waiting to run through that comeback. And I saw George, he was jogging off the ball. Now, there's a lot of things that goes on here and I want to help him. I want to try to explain them and not blame him. But like a lot of times when you're still man to man, like Bobby Taylor used to be on me man to man. But there was a safety over the top that would always roll to my side. And I knew I wasn't getting the ball Because if I'm releasing on Bobby Taylor and I got a safety rolling over, if I'm the X, that's the single side receiver, I got a tight end and a Z over here, and we have the safety over top of me. They have to be one-on-one. So I know I may not get this ball. I may not get this ball. But in order to give them full opportunity to do what they have to do, to give us as an offense full opportunity to get the first down we need to get, I have to give full effort, even though I damn well know I ain't getting that damn ball, because I got a guy pressing me and a safety running over top. And I'm explaining it so you guys can understand. Sometimes that receiver may jog off to the ball. You say, oh, he's not even running. Like we saw tonight with George. He's not even running, but George can see the coverage. I'm just saying he may be able to see the coverage and he says, I'm not going to get this ball, and he jogs off. But this is what you cannot do. Because everybody is afraid of you, but you're the number one receiver. If they see you not giving full effort, then their fear dissipates. Dak threw that ball backside, man. I hope I didn't even see the all 22. I just saw the matchup. It looked like a one-on-one matchup where George jogged off the ball and then tried to get in order and then start running and catching it. And I was like, this is what the Steelers were talking about. So hopefully, I'm praying, and I haven't seen it because the game just ended. I'm praying that safety came over the top and he was reading, and that's what made him idle down. Not just an effort. It's not just an effort thing where he didn't want to give that effort. I'm hoping that's what it was, but they don't put the all 22 out until a few hours after the game, and I'll get that. And I'll look at it. But I have to say something about the effort. I don't even care if the safety was over top. I still need a better effort because there was no CeeDee Lamb in the game. And we were looking for hope. And that's what a number one receiver gives, hope. I garnered the nickname, the playmaker. It wasn't something I gave myself. This was something they gave me. Because when it looked like there was no play to be made, I made the play. And Dak was giving you that opportunity tonight, even when you jogged off the ball. George, I love you, brother. We all want to love you immensely, and we want to believe in you immensely. But those things like that, you got to correct. Don't ever think the ball's not coming to you. You have to think every ball is coming to you. Don't ever think I got to conserve effort. You have to think I have to give all effort. I don't want to sit here and put this all on you, and you've been great. And we thank you for being as great as you've been and the things that you have done. But buddy, I promise you, George, if this is the room, this is your floor, this is your ceiling. When I see my brother and you are having an incredible year, a lot of people will pay you, and a lot of people will say that you deserve to be one of the highest paid, and you do, brother, by the year you are having. But you're so blessed, brother. Your floor, and this is your ceiling. I'm telling you, you are so blessed that you're not even halfway towards your ceiling. And look at what you're doing. I'm talking about, brother, you're somewhere in this first half. And just understanding those plays where you think there's no opportunity, no chance you're getting the ball, and you give maximum effort that moves you past this first half, and you'll start getting towards that second half, or closer to your ceiling than your floor. Imagine all this great success you're having right now. I'm saying it's closer to your floor than your ceiling. I'm paying you the highest compliment. I don't want you to take it wrong. But I want you to be able to give maximum effort so you get closer to that ceiling and don't live near that floor. And it won't matter what team you go to and where you end up. I promise you. You give maximum effort every play, you'll be one of the baddest motherfuckers in this league because you got the physical skill set. I just need you to have the mentality. Take the mentality that I have, who doesn't have all the great physical gifts that you have, and commingle them. And I promise you, George, you can end up being the greatest receiver, certainly one of the greatest receivers in Dallas Cowboys history. I say no more to this. I don't know if because I knew this was going to be a tough spot. And I'm still got to wait till what happens this weekend. But yeah, I'm a little somber with it. My mind as an analyst is analyzing what I have ahead. I got a Saturday and Sunday coming. Like tomorrow, I'll go to McAllen because I got a MC the Christmas parade. I'm so excited about that. So excited about that. I really am. I told you guys I love McAllen more than anything. But this was big for me. Because I wanted the Cowboys to win tonight. And we do a great parade Saturday. I mean tomorrow. I get there for an event, and then Saturday, and then somehow the Hurricanes got in the playoffs, and I'm like, damn, what? The Cowboys ride, the Hurricanes ride, but now I'm hanging on by a thread on both sides. Cowboys in Miami, Dallas and Miami. I'm hanging on by a thread. And then so I'm waiting to see who loses Saturday, and then I'm waiting to see if Philadelphia is going to lose Sunday. So all we did was push it all back a week. But you know what I mean? Now we're in this game to see it's not about what just the Cowboys do because they've given themselves no margin of error. And you lose a CeeDee Lamb tonight after losing games you shouldn't have lost earlier. Now all margin of error is gone. It's gone. So damn. I hope I'm not sitting here looking at Cowboys lose Thursday. Things don't go right Saturday. I'm leaving church Sunday saying I have no playoffs at all. That's scary. That's scary. Mm. Just fucking. Mm. Let me tell you what else to it. Maybe I'm overthinking it. But I'm even hearing this. Like I already heard it. I heard it. When I'm sitting here watching, 'cause I watch sports all day, everything is sports. And I heard somebody said, well, You should be punished You shouldn't be punished for playing in a championship game and losing a championship game. So even if Alabama loses to Georgia, they should still get in over Miami with 3 losses. I heard somebody already setting up this year. Oh yeah, Alabama can get in with 3 losses over Miami because you shouldn't be punished for losing out in the championship game, SEC championship game. But you should be punished for winning against a common opponent or the opponent that you're going up against to get in the playoffs in the first game. The logic simply is unfathomable. It means not understandable. It means unbelievable. It means how the hell did we get here? That's what I'm talking about. How the hell did we get here? Yeah. 24, 48 hour span, I may have lost it all. Cowboys playoff, Miami, Hurricanes playoffs. I gotta go try to deal with the bleeding right now and stop the bleeding in my vital organs so I can try to stay alive through the night.